Yes, we are back. It's celebrate today, and we are celebrating the International Day of the Boy Child. It was over the weekend, but yeah, we had an interview with Lam Chris, previously, but yeah, he's back again to give us a root deeper talk on his own advocacy regarding the boy child. So our guest today is Irebulam Chidubem Chris, popularly known as Lam Chris. As introduced, is a model, actor, host, author, advocate, and the reigning Mr. Supranational Nigeria. So now he's a newly crowned Mr. Supranational Nigeria, and he prepares to represent the country internationally. In Poland, you're welcome to the show one more time.
Thank you so
You're
much
looking
for
so
having me
dap.
again.
And I'm still waiting for you to. Are you gonna have like a party before you go to Poland? Like like
Hopefully we should.
pre Poland party.
Nice.
Exactly.
But me, don't worry, I'll come with my anointing oil. As a Niger babe, that I
Try to swallow you in Poland like this. Very dark. Anyway, let's talk about the boy-child conversation right now. Let's start with a big question. Why do you think the boy-child conversation is often overlooked?
Well, I think it's because of the stereotype, right? We Africans especially have a way of stereotyping the boy child. The boy child is assumed to be independent even at a very tender age. So far you are a boy, you are expected to start providing, you are expected to start working out for yourself. So
Yeah.
people basically do not care for the boy child. Nobody cares about the provider. They don't care about that person they've put in front. And at the end of the day, when you don't take care of something that provides for you, what happens to that thing? It starts to malfunction.
Sure.
And I think these are part of the reasons why people overlook conversations regarding the boy child, and this leads to plenty issues in our society today.
Okay, so talking about the celebration of the International Day of the Boy Child, what conversation do you think we are not having enough regarding this gender?
I think we are not having the conversation of grooming a perfect gentleman, right? Everybody believes that the boy child is already groomed. You already know you are a boy. You already know what to do. So I feel like this year we should look at ways to groom this boy to be a perfect man, because every man with a purpose started as a boy, and it all depends on how that boy was groomed. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So the initiative, Boys Not Stone, that name alone already says a lot. What really inspired it?
What really inspired Boys Not Stone? I think it was inspired by me growing up,
Okay.
right? I used to be a very soft boy. I used to be someone
So
who...
when you say soft
Soft
boy,
boy, wait.
elaborate on
I
that
was
soft
about to
boy.
say the same
Because
thing.
soft boy, it means
I mean, I don't do other things that other boys do. I'm
Okay.
always on my own. I tend to show my emotions a lot. I'm that boy who always runs to my mom to
you're
go
more
and
like a
complain.
mommy's boy.
Yeah,
Ah.
well,
She
I
was
did.
here when he said his mom
Where's
prays for
Sam?
her.
Where's
Don't
Sam
have to
growing
say
up?
it.
I can
Yeah.
relate.
You know, so and when you get to behave that way, people get to say you are not man enough. People get to say, oh, he's not
Yeah,
a man, he's not a
That's a
boy,
fact.
and all of that
Oh,
you
I
get.
get it.
So I thought about it, and I'm like, I mean, we are boys, but before being boys, we are human. And so we should be allowed to express our emotions. We are not stones. It's only a stone that you will hit and expect not to cry,
Sure.
and you expect not to react. So I'm like, we are boys and we are not stones. So people should let we as boys be able to express ourselves how we want.
Yeah.
Okay, so talking about masculinity, what does healthy masculinity looks like to you? Like when you look at it, defining it now.
I think healthy masculinity is all about being human. Before being masculine, you're a human being, right? So it doesn't matter the stereotype, it doesn't matter what situation. What matters is you are a human, so you should be kind, you should be compassionate. Being kind is not for one gender alone.
Thank you.
It's for everybody actually. So before being a boy, you should be kind.
Makes sense.
So we've talked about healthy masculinity. What is unhealthy masculinity? Because is this something the society actually teaches?
Yeah, that is what the society pushes. The society
Unhealthy masculinity.
Yes, you
Oh,
tend to define masculinity in a way you understand, where people see being masculine as being toughened up,
Yeah.
not being able to cry. That is them
Oh,
seeing you
that's
as masculine.
unhealthy.
Okay.
That's unhealthy because that's how we're brought up. Like oh, be a man.
Exactly.
You know, they flog you in class. This penny you want to shout like, be a man. Yakubu manage.
Yakubu really managed, but now it's Yakubu Flores, don't manage anymore. But then, if you have to look at it intricately, do you think it's really the society or parenting particularly that affects the grooming of a boy child?
So I think it is the society, because the parents make up the society, right? And most times our parents tend to do things because the society approves of it. You hear your mom say, I don't want other people to know, or what do you think the public is going to say when you do certain things like this, right? So it still boils down to the individual families It still boils down to our parents because we make up the society. So when it comes to parenting, they say, my people will say, it's not one person that trains a child, it's a community. So it's the society as a whole that contributes to all of this. So whatever change we are trying to make, whatever conversation we are trying to have, we should try to put it out there for the society. Let everybody be part of the conversation.
So I see you have a new book titled Just a Boy.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let me see that real
Copy.
quick. Just a
You know,
boy.
but me, I'm getting the copy first.
Grooming the perfect man. All right. Why was it necessary to actually come up with this?
So I usually have a project I do every year on International Boy Child Day, and I've been doing it for the past 5 years. And this year I thought of doing something simple. I thought of reaching out to a wider audience because it's usually done in different schools. And I'm like, we are getting these boys. We also need to get to the roots, which is their parents, their guardians, their teachers. How do they groom a perfect gentleman? And I'm like, maybe I should put it together in a book, share my experience, share my growing up story, and let people get to read the book and also get to understand how they can groom a perfect boy.
Okay, that makes sense. I like it. It's pretty light.
Thank
It's something
you.
that you can just put in.
Yeah, quite
you know,
easy.
But then I don't think there's anybody perfect. When you use the word perfect gentleman,
I mean, you can be perfect if you believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be perfect. I mean, you don't have to necessarily be perfect, but being perfect in the sense that you are who you want to be, right? You believe in yourself and you are who you want to be, and that's what matters most.
Okay. Real quick, what kind of conversation do you think this book would start now? Once people start to read, like what kind of conversation should it erupt?
I mean, it should be about changing the narrative. People getting to see real life experience. People getting to see how some characters and some stereotypes have affected boys in real time. There are real life stories in it. So when you read it and you're like, wow, so because I did this to a boy, this boy turns out this way, and they get to know, okay, there has to be some certain amount of change.
Well
Yeah.
said.
So growing up as a mommy's boy, as your parents will call you, the soft
Mommy's
boy and all of that, did you think at that point in time a young Lam Chris would need this type of conversation we're having right now?
Yes, I would definitely need it because at that point I felt like I wasn't enough. I felt like I wasn't doing enough. I felt like I was different. I didn't feel like other boys, right? I felt like there was a problem with me.
Yeah.
And that's the conversation we are trying to have now. Letting boys who are soft know that there is no problem with you. You are just okay the way you are.
Okay, so your own kind of personal story now, you know, as for the mommy's boy that you wear.
You guys
were-
have
you
named it
were
mommy's
shy.
boy.
Your personal story includes, you know, being shy,
Yeah.
and then you needed to work on yourself to get that transformation. It wasn't easy, like you said, you know, we had a conversation earlier. So did that journey shape your advocacy, and did shape you, like, thinking of you putting out this book?
Yes, it shaped me right from the first day, right from when I started believing in myself. I'm like, okay, I think I need to let other people, because I know there are thousands of people out there who suffer or suffer the same thing as I am. Most people might not be able to speak up, but one person just has to start up something, right? And it all shaped me, all put everything together, and I'm like, I mean, I need to use my voice, I need to use my platform to help people, because I also got inspired listening to people, listening to my mom, listening to some other people. It just makes me feel like, okay, this is something I can do. If I'm able to come out from being nervous, being shy, then I can help other people come out from it too.
Voila, here we are.
Nice. So how much of your advocacy comes from lived experience?
Well, I would say 70%.
70%.
Yeah,
Nice.
30% will have to come from the society and
Society.
everyday activity and things I see every day.
All right, so let's talk about The Crown again. You know, we had it here last week, and it was pretty interesting. I had a fun time. You know, you gave us
Thank you.
tidbits and insight into every experience. So how's it been going so far? Being the, you know, first one
Yeah,
of Mr.
few days as Mr. Supranational, it feels quite unreal, and it's quite interesting to know that I am now preparing for the journey to Poland. you know.
Yay!
Sometimes you just wake up and I'm like, wow, I'm
Wow.
Mr. Supra already. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So quick one. So do you think you being Mr. Supernatural right now actually gives your advocacy a bigger platform?
Yes, it does, because I've followed Mr. Supranational pageant for quite some time, and I've gotten to understand that it's more than a platform. Supranational is about leadership. It's about making up initiative and following up those initiatives, right? So I believe that the Supranational platform is the best platform for me to push this advocacy and get it to a global audience.
Oh, that makes sense. So beyond the budgetary, what responsibilities do you think comes with this crown?
it comes with the responsibility of inspiring others, right? Because now I am no longer Lam Chris, I am Mr. Supranational, and I believe there are other people out there who are looking up to me. So I see that as the major responsibility because I have to live up to expectations. I have to be able to inspire others. Someone inspired me to be here today, so I just have to keep spreading the gospel. Let other boys look at me and be like, oh, Chris did it, so I can do it.
Well said. Makes sense.
Great. So I see you wear many hats. So at first we thought you were just an actor, a model, and an author as well.
Interesting.
So which of this version of you feels very authentic to you?
I think all of them actually do. I mean, I started with being a model, and it was something I always enjoyed doing. I mean, right from, I started pageantry when I was in church, a teenager in church then.
Nice.
Yeah, so it has always been an interesting part of me. Then being an actor, the moment I started speaking to people freely, I just wanted to be on screen every time. I just wanted to have something to talk about because I believe it's also going to help me keep growing and not go back to the shy me. So being an actor is something I also enjoy doing, and I mean, I'm happy I'm living to it now. And writing a book is just me sharing
Did
my
you have
whole...
any formal training before you became an actor?
Well, I did my first movie in 2024 after Mr. World Nigeria. I did my first movie, and seeing the movie, I believed I needed to train further, right? And I spoke with my producer, and she was like, oh, you can do this. Thank you so much, Dashing Films TV. She immediately enrolled me in an acting academy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I had like 6 months training.
6 months?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So hopefully I would learn more. I intend furthering the training as time goes on.
Okay,
Oh,
makes
nice.
sense. That's part of the grooming. So we understand that entertainment often pushes, this perfect image. You have to be this, you have to be well-rounded. People have to see you as Mr. Perfect. How do you balance, this life that you're living now and you being authentic? How do you balance it?
So like we said earlier, nobody is perfect, and that's the conversation we are trying to push. Letting people live life the way they want to, like letting people be their authentic self. I am one very much authentic person, and I can't do anything to shrink myself. I do what I want to do and what I believe is right. So far, I'm not hurting anybody. So I'm not in the school of thought where you have to always appear perfect. I mean, if I didn't have a haircut, I would still show up here today, unless I'm opportune to have it. That's the kind of person
Well
I am.
said.
All right, so I don't know. Since you talked about you don't like being under pressure, so I saw this video of some guy who was in not a private jet, in a business class, and he said he booked 2 seats in the business class because he didn't want anybody without a master's sit with him. And I went through the comment section and I realized there's certain persons who actually believed that, oh, that's true. I think that's what I'll be doing now. I also start, if I'm booking any seat, I'll book the 2 because I don't want anybody with this and that. How do you cope with unrealistic standards online? Because these days you get to hear people say stuff. You have other, Mr. This, Mr. That, or one person come out and say, oh, look, as because I'm this, if I don't live in Lekki or if I don't drive a G-Wagon, I'm not coming out. How do you balance all of that?
Just be you. I think that's just it. Just be you. Be authentic. Be comfortable and be satisfied with whatever it is you have. You don't need to listen to people, because if we are all listening to everything we see on social media, I'm not sure we are all going to be here today. So in whatever it is, whatever situation, I just try to be myself. I am very satisfied with whatever it is I have.
Okay, that makes sense. Now I see why you're a mommy's boy. You listen to mommy. That's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, so on a quick note, what would success, now let's think, we have something like reverse psychology. Now let's do forward thinking. What would success mean on another level? Being Mr. Supranational, representing us internationally, right? What would it be bringing back the crown? Like, what would be that feeling? Let's just help you to think it forward.
As you can see, I'm speechless already. I think that's like the first feeling. Because I mean, it's going to be a dream come true, and there's no greater honor than bringing pride to your country. Already, I believe going on that stage is success for me. Going on that stage, being seen, being heard, being able to wear Nigeria across my chest, that is success to me. But I mean, if we win the crown, which I'm working towards winning, then that's a big plus. Being the first ever Nigeria to win Mr. Supranational is going to be something really great, and I can't wait for that dream to come true. So you guys get ready for the welcome party.
We're going to have a welcome party. True. Okay. Now that you know that probably you just might win it, or you would win
I will win it.
What message are you taking to Poland?
Well, I'm taking the message of Nigeria's culture. Like we all know, Nigeria is quite resilient. We are hard workers. I want people around the world to see Nigeria in a positive light. I want them to really see Nigerians for who we are. I want people to see Nigeria and love Nigeria. Nigeria, I mean, we have a lot to offer. We are quite talented. We have the largest movie industry. Nigeria is quite authentic. We are real. We are genuine people, and most importantly, Nigerians are kind-hearted. So I'm taking with me the Nigerian culture to Poland. You're going to be seeing a lot of our cultural diversity. I'm Igbo, but I'm going to be exploring different cultures.
Different cultures.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm bringing the whole Nigeria with me along to Poland.
Okay, and we wish you all the best, Lam Chris.
Thank
All right, on the
you.
final note, let's just take some quick fire questions. Are you ready? So, crown or advocacy, which feels heavier?
Advocacy feels heavier.
Okay. Model work or serious speech?
Model work, please.
Okay. One thing every boy needs to hear.
You are enough.
That's just one
You
thing I
are
hear.
enough. I
That
love
makes
that.
sense. Please to the girl child too, you're enough.
Yeah, of course,
Let's balance
everybody
it.
is.
And one word for you going to Poland.
One word for me going
Yeah,
to Poland.
It could be emotions, it could be anything.
No, I'm excited. I just want to see Poland. I just want to explore Poland.
I like
Yeah.
that. That was what you said the last time. And I really like it. You're keeping
Your
to it.
consistency is.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for gracing the show. And you could just have this a look at this book, Just a Boy Grooming the Perfect Man. How can they get this copy?
Yes, please. The link is on my bio. My Instagram handle is reallamchris, RealLamChrix. So you just click the link and pre-order. The copies are all going to be available from the 6th of June.
And it's not free of charge. Just you need
Because
to tell
it's
them.
quite affordable. I know the ones that need to have it.
Of course. All right. Thank you so much for gracing. So now we
Thank
know that
you.
the boy child may be told to stay strong, but we understand that there is strength and it should never remain silent through the vulnerability and everything. And healthy men begin with healthier boys. That is why we're on this journey today. So still on the news, we have our trending stories.
And of course, let's not forget you have Cubana Chief Priest is still in the news telling us of how he did not lose or he didn't even contest at all. And a couple of other political issues as well.
And then talking about the saga between and Chike, the bull of the bullets. I forgive you. You're not using bull of the bullets today. Let's leave the conversation
I'm
to
just gonna
Chike.
leave that, right?
That's what we're giving you on today's trending stories.
Yeah. So we're going to quick break, and when we get back, we'll dissect some of those big stories.